Hey, it's Joseph. I've been collecting Lego for a really long time. And I'm trapped in my room here. Hold on. So, I call the channel BrickTsar. That was something I came up with in 2012 because I like the name Tsar. It's something I used since high school. And then we ended up calling the channel BrickTsar. If I had to do it all over again, I'd probably call it something else. But now everybody in the community knows me and my channel as BrickTsar, so I'm kind of stuck with it. But I thought it was a fitting name in one way because I really love Lego. I've been collecting a long time. I've collected a lot of sets, as I'm about to knock some of them over or something. But I'm always asked things like, what is your favorite set? Or what is your favorite theme? And when I get those questions, it usually goes back to some vintage sets. But I got a really interesting question that we're going to answer in this video. It's about what is my favorite sets and themes from 2000s and up. So let's talk about it in this video. All right, so these will be really in no particular order. Maybe I should give you my favorite one or two, I guess. But since 2000, we'll start with my favorite themes. And it's going to be interesting in this list because the sets may not necessarily be in the theme. And there may be a theme I like that I don't have any sets in my top 10, 11 sets. So let's get to it. We have, for themes, Creator. Creator is awesome because it's given us a lot of things like the Horizon Express, which is a train. We got the VW camper van and a lot of other things in the Creator line, as well as houses. So overall, I think that's a strong theme. Probably one of the top themes, but not my favorite. But it's a really great theme. So another theme, this is more of an obscure little theme, but it's one I'm really partial to. It is the Team Telecom Tour de France sets. They made 4 of them. It had the bright pink, or the dark pink, I should say, bicycles. I like bicycles. I like Team Telecom. And I like the Tour de France. So this was a no-brainer for me. Is that possible to have a no-brainer? But anyway, the Team Telecom sets, done videos on all of those, but that's another theme that I really like from the 2000s. Came out in 2000, actually. Next up, another from the early 2000s. May have actually started in the late 90s. I think it started in 2000, 2001. I don't know. Look it up. But it's Lego Studios. And although the camera from the studios is really lame, but considering when it came out, it was awesome. So Lego Studios sparked a lot of interest in making stop motions. Of course, people were already making stop motions. There are much better cameras now, but I think Lego Studios was great for that. Plus, they gave us some really cool things like Spider-Man, the Nesquik Bunny. They gave us Jurassic Park. I think it was Jurassic Park 3 on that. But anyway, some really cool sets with the Studios theme. All right, next up is the sculptures. And I actually got sculptures all around the basement. I don't know if you can see them all. And we're working on building Darth Maul right now. But sculptures is really good. We got Statue of Liberty. You got Yoda, I think fits in with that. The minifigure, Darth Maul. And there's probably some others. I forget. Oh, yeah, the dragon. I may have all the sculptures now. I'm not sure. As soon as we get Darth Maul built. But sculptures, strong theme, and I think that's one that would be really cool if Lego brought back either those sets or do a similar thing with the sculptures. All right, now this one, I wasn't sure if I should include it, but I think it needs to be there, and it's one that they're kind of doing now. They don't call it this. It was called Legends. Legends is where they re-released old sets. We got re-releases of the Metroliner and the Club Car. We got re-releases of things like the Black Seas Barracuda, Pizza to Go, Blue Fury. I always do that. But the Guarded Inn, which was an iconic classic castle set. Actually, Guarded Inn was one of those that was really hard to get when the original release, but they re-released that. So there it was. Oh, and Main Street, a set from the 80s, and the USS Constellation, another old set. So they re-released old sets. So I'm really hoping that Lego does that again with even maybe older sets. I don't know. But Legends, that was, to me, was a strong theme. I don't know how Lego viewed it as far as being successful, but I really liked that they brought back some classics. All right, next up is one that for a lot of people may not be good, but since it's just the 2000s, I had to include something with the trains, and I'm going to include My Own Train. Not the strongest of the train sub-themes. I like things older than that, like the 80s trains and the 9-volt trains. Of course, My Own Train does fit in with the 9-volt, but it's just that they had fan-designed sets. They had individual packs. I really wish Lego would make like a boxcar pack, a hopper car pack, a tank car pack, where you could build your own fleet of these and buy, individual ones. And maybe even, I know it might be a licensing issue, but I would like to see like road names and stuff that you could put on there. But anyway, this was as close a thing as we got to that, was the My Own Train theme. So I think it was a good idea. It just came at a time when they were kind of 9-volt was on the way out. Next up is a theme that's probably one of the most disliked themes, but I personally like it, and I really need to work on getting the rest of the sets. I almost have all of them, but it is the NBA theme. And I especially like the NBA part that had the actual real NBA players that they based minifigures on. Now, a lot of the features on the non-players were kind of weird that they did, but I just love the play features of like the Ultimate Basketball Arena, whatever they called it, and then they had things that you could actually play a game with the little basketball men, and I just thought it was a good idea, but it did not last too long, and it did so poorly that they lost the license and they pulled all those off the shelf and destroyed them. So they were pretty cheap back in the day. You could buy the 3-packs for like $1, but now they're pretty hard to get because some of these got good players like Kobe Bryant, Shaq, and some others. There's some actually still playing, like Vince Carter. I mean, how is he still playing? It's like 15 years ago that this came out, and anyway, I like the NBA theme, whether other people like it or not. Another one, this is one that was actually a theme that didn't appreciate when it was in the stores, but I think it's a strong theme, and it's Orient Expedition. That's in the Adventurers line. Some pretty weird sets, which I like weird. It's weird characters, but that the set with the dragon, that was awesome. So I may see that again in my list. But Orient Expedition. And then another theme, I like space, and they released a theme. I hope I'm getting this right. It's the Discovery Kids Space. It had something to do with Discovery Channel, I think. I don't know, but it's the one where they made all the little sets based on real space travel, like the space shuttle, the Mars rover, Saturn V, the little Saturn V. So I really like that theme, and I think we got most of the sets, the lunar lander, things like that. So that was another favorite. And probably the best theme of the 2000s, and still highly popular by many today, is the Modulars. All the modular buildings. Now, they may fit into Creator, I don't know, but I kind of put Modulars as a separate theme. Maybe I'm wrong in doing that, but those modular buildings that connect together I think it was a really good idea by Lego. And I know when they first started it, they imagined people buying multiple copies, because they actually showed that on the boxes, how you can combine multiple sets to make bigger modulars. That's what they envisioned. But it's very expensive, but it's a good theme. And number 11 on our top 10, 11 themes of the 2000 is Thomas the Tank Engine. How could I leave Thomas out of that? I really wish Lego had not lost the license or got rid of the license or did whatever. Mega Bloks makes Thomas and Friends stuff now. I just think I think Mega Bloks and Lego both did not deliver well enough with the theme. Now, Mega Bloks, I think, actually did a better job than Lego. Lego only had it for a couple of years. Didn't make all the characters, didn't make an Annie and Clarabelle. But I wish they had done more with it. And I know Thomas is really for very small kids, usually 6, 7, and under. But I would have liked to have seen some brick-built Thomas and Friends sets. Some junior sets at least. But everything was a Duplo. So that is my top 10, 11 themes of the 2000s. So stay tuned. We will do another video featuring the top 10, 11 sets of the 2000s. What do you think I will pick? I may have hinted at some in this video, so stay tuned for that. We'll do that in an upcoming video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.